Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and thank you all so much for joining me for another video in my teacher tip series video that I've decided to do for this school year. So today's a continuation of my customizable teacher planner that I created. If you saw that video, thank you so much for watching that video. And I do hope that you found some tips, things that were creative for you, that you were able to use to go ahead and create your own customizable teacher planner. So today we're going to get right into it. Today, as promised, I wanted to follow up with you all and do a video of how I do a little bit of pre-planning. I'm actually getting ready to go back to work in the next few days. And so I've started to go ahead and do some pre-planning. So the first thing that I do is I go ahead and pull up my school district's academic calendar so I can start writing in important dates and things of that nature. So I did use the stickers to go ahead and put my name here, and I think it came out so great because I'm not good at hand lettering. So definitely using stickers is a great alternative. So I don't exactly know our schedule as of yet, so I won't be able to fill in our schedule until I actually go into work and we have our first meeting and they let us know about everything that is going to be going on. So with the theme page, if there's any particular theme that we're going to be working on as far as for literacy or even in math, if we're going to be working on different themes, I will go ahead and write that in. So for the month of August, I already know every year in August, we always kind of start the school year out with basically talking about ourselves. So in the month of August, we'll have a couple of different things. It'll be all about me. And this helps me with planning because that way I can start to think about different books, different activities, different things that I want to do when I start thinking about these different themes that I'm going to be planning around. So we're going to be talking about all about me. We're going to be talking about our families, basically just trying to get to know each other. And then we're also going to be talking about school. I teach kindergarten, so those are the things that we kind of focus on because some students have never gone to school before, or they've gone to like a daycare setting and they haven't had any actual teaching within a school type of environment. So we're trying to teach them what a real school environment is like. So we focus a lot on the theme of school, all about me, and family. So I wrote those in pencil right now just because I think there's something else that we're going to be doing, and it's easy for me to be able to erase it real quick than to write it in pen and have to use whiteout. So that's why I did that there. And then I'll look ahead when I plan to see what September, October, November, and December will be. Of course, in November, I can go ahead and just write in. Of course, we're going to be talking about fall. And we always do things like pumpkins and apples. And I think we do a little bit of farm. And then in December, of course, we talk about holidays. We don't just focus on Christmas. We talk about various holidays. So we'll talk about various holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of that. We'll talk about all of those different holidays. So, and then in October, in October, we do the pumpkin. See, I've already messed it up. And I think this is where we start with the farming. So definitely pumpkins, and we don't, and then we also talk a little bit about fall here too. So that's generally how I like to pre-plan. And then in April, March, we always talk about spring. So I can always talk about that. And we talk about love a lot in February. And in April, we don't really focus on like Easter or anything like that. I'll maybe talk about bunnies and things of that nature. So I do know a couple little things that can kind of help me pre-plan ahead. So that's what I like to do. And I love to write it in pencil because I can easily erase it if we change things. So here, the important dates that I absolutely need to know for the school year. So this would be for January. And I wish this page didn't print starting out in January. I wish it started out like this would have been the first page and then this one kind of been on the back, but that's not the way that it is. And maybe in the future, maybe I could just do it like that for myself and maybe have printed it with this one to come out first and then the other one to come out on the back of it. So I start back school in July. So the very first important date for me in July is my pre-planning. And that is July 22nd. So we start our pre-planning. So that's the most important dates there is I have pre-planning in August. And I am going to, because it's much easier for me to write on this side. And this is why I love this disc-bound system because I can easily write things here. So the first day of school is on the 2nd. So that's the most important date there. And then in September, we have, on September the 7th, we have a synchronous learning day. So that means the students will not be in school with us. We will be doing like a planning, and that is going to be on the 7th, right after the 6th, which is the Labor Day holiday. So in October, what's important is we have a fall break. Yay! So we have fall break. So I'll fill that in, fall break, which is the 11th through the 15th. Then I have another asynchronous day on the 18th. On the 18th. Right? So that's pretty, I'm not going to fill in the whole thing, but that's kind of how I fill in my dates. I just go through the academic calendar and I look for things like that. So, and that's how I'll go ahead and fill that in. Also a part of my pre-planning, I will go ahead and fill in my, as soon as I get back to work, I'll go ahead and just fill in all of my membership things. Like I have, my Boom Card account. I will fill all of that information in. My education.com account that I have, all of my teacher websites, things that I use, I will fill in all of those, my password to my laptop, like all of those things, because we have to reset everything as soon as we go back. So that'll be the first thing that I fill out when I go back to work. And then I also will fill out this page here, my student ID numbers, because as soon as I get back to work, I'll get my roster and then I'll be able to go ahead and just fill this in. And I will fill this in with pencil because, as you know, things can change so quickly within the first month of school. So, and I like to keep things in alphabetical order. It helps me so much so that I can easily erase things instead of continuing to write out. So that's another tip. Write the student ID numbers down. If you have a log, if you don't have it on like a spreadsheet and you are like a paper pencil girl, write it in pencil like me, because I'm definitely a paper pencil girl. And then this information, I'll write that down once I look into my student's profile. If it already tells me any type of medical conditions they have. And so I won't need to do that as of yet. And then we get to July. So on July, August 22nd, this is my pre-planning day. So I am pre-planning through here. And then I also have some trainings that I know for certain that I have to attend. And so I'll write in those particular trainings on these days. So let's see here. The first of the trainings, I believe, and I'm just looking it up real quick here, I believe it's about the new curriculum that we are teaching. So I am going to pull that up, and I believe that'll be my first one. So that's my first one. And then I'll write that down. So I got that one. So, and that's at, yep. So that's at 8:30. So I have a training at, so I'll just write the name of it. It's at 8:30 a.m. So I want to make sure that I attend that one. And then I have one for ELA here at 8:30 a.m. as well. And this one is going to last until 11:30 a.m. I'm not quite sure how long that one's going to last. And then I have a math one on this day here. Math at 1 p.m. to 2:30. So that's how I do that. I just go through and I start writing all those things down so I can just make checks of all the different things that I need to do. And then we have open house, and I'm not sure, it's actually from 4 to 6 p.m. So I have that. So I know about those. So I have those dates, and then I have some other ones. And so I basically, that's how I do that. I just look at all my emails and then I just write all of these things down, and that way I can do that. So I know, so at 9 a.m. we have convocation. That is to kick off the school year. So that will work. And then, yeah. So we are good to August. And so I can't do much planning until I get to the school and actually see what our schedules and things are like. But I have already jotted down some ideas and things that I kind of want to do already for the first week of school. So you just have to stay tuned to the next video when I discuss it's the first week. OMG, what am I gonna do? So you have to wait for that video, and that should be posted shortly. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.